So in this video we will study about the size of an ions. So ions means like positive ion or negative ion, and which was determined by interatomic distance in ionic compound. Interatomic distance means if an atom is like this, so interatomic distance means between the two nucleus, the distance between the two nucleus. So ionic size depend on the nuclear charge, how much protons are there, how many protons are there, and the number of electrons and how many electrons are there, the orbital in which the electron resides. So there are three important things which contribute on the size of an atom, the size of an ions. And what is the usually happen when the cations form? Cations are smaller than their parent atoms. Cations means positively charged ion, positive charge ions, because the outermost electron is removed and the repulsion between the electrons are reduced. For an example, in case of sodium, which has the 11 proton and 11 electron, and when we remove one electron from the sodium, it become +1. So now the number of protons are 11, but the number of electrons are only 10. So it reduces actually increases the nuclear charge, so they shrink like this one. So in cations, so that is why cations are smaller than the parent ions. And this chart also shows that sodium have ionic size, which atomic size, this is atomic size, is 1.66 angstrom, but its ion is sodium plus is 1.16. so all the positive charge, you can see all the positive cations are smaller than their parent's atom. So this is the parent atom, the yellow balls, and the red ball is the positive charges ions. So all the cations have the smaller than the parent atom. On the other hand, in case of anions are larger than their parent's atom. Electrons are added and the repulsion between the electrons increases. So you can see this. For an example, here it is in this chart shows oxygen, sulfur, selenium, tellurium, and here is fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine. So these atoms are comparatively smaller than their anions. So anions are larger than their parent atom, and cations are smaller than their parent atom. So this is the usually kind of trend of the ions, but there is no general periodic trend for the cations or anions. So whether the comparison will be whether different an anions is formed or cations is formed. So in case of but we can only say that if electron is removing, and cations will be smaller. And in case of anion, let's talk about the oxygen. Oxygen atom have 2 to 4 and 8 electrons, and oxide, where is 2 more electrons are there, they are in the same valence cell. So usually number of cell is not increasing, so we cannot predict any simply based on the valence cell. And if you will see, oxygen atom have 8 proton and 8 electron, but oxygen ion, which is oxide, have 8 proton and 10 electron. So it will slightly increase the size, but there is no basic trend of ions in the periodic table. So this is the once again slide shows that all the positive ions or cations are smaller than their parent atom, you can see, and but the anions which are negatively charged, they are bigger than their parent atoms. So you have to just remember that cations are smaller than the parent atom and anions are bigger than or larger than parent atom. And size of an isoelectronic series. What is the meaning of isoelectronic series? Iso means same, electronic means electron. So in an isoelectronic series, ions have the same number of electrons, and ionic size decreases with an increasing number of nuclear charges. So an isoelectronic series, for an example, here we are talking about the ions which have 10 electrons only. So note increasing atomic charges and increasing nuclear charges with decreasing the ionic radius or atomic number increases. So you can see there are 5 examples are given here: oxygen anion, fluorine anion, sodium cation, magnesium cation, and aluminum cation. So they all have 10 electrons: oxygen -2, fluorine -1, sodium +1, magnesium 2+, aluminum 3+. Because oxygen have 8 atomic number, fluorine has 9, sodium 11, magnesium 12, and aluminum have 13. So when we will add 2 electrons, so oxygen atom has 8 proton and 8 electron. When you will add 2 electron, it will become 10 electrons. In case of fluorine, it have 9 proton and 9. In case of fluorine atom, it has 9 proton and 9 electron, but when you will add 1 extra electron, it will become 10 electrons. So similarly, when you will remove the 1 electron, 2 electron, or 3 electron from sodium atom, magnesium atom, and aluminum atom, they will become respectively sodium ion, magnesium ion, and aluminum ion. So you can see the number of protons are increasing compared to number of electrons. Number of electrons are the same in all these 5 ions. So that is why they are called isoelectronic ions, or the series of isoelectronic ions. And in case of isoelectronic, you can see increasing nuclear charges means the nuclear charge is increasing from oxide to aluminum. So the size will keep shrinking. So decreases ionic radius. So once you will find in case of there is any number of isoelectronic anions are given or cations are given, you have to rearrange those based on the number of protons, or you have to arrange them in the increasing nuclear charge, and then you can predict that which size will decreases, which size will increases. So this was about the sizes of ions, and the next video we will study about the ionization energies.